many software products can really be the front end of the whole service that the business is providing. And so with service design, there's kind of an idea of a front stage and a backstage. So the front stage is where the user is sort of interacting with the business, but the backstage can sometimes be very complex. Think of buying a car or going through a doctor visit, that I'm going to talk to somebody at the nurse's desk, but then she's going to slide the door shut and she's going to go back into the office and do a bunch of stuff. They're going to check my insurance. They're going to make sure that the doctor's ready or that the exam room is ready to go. So when we do service blueprinting, that's what we're trying to do, is really kind of map out all those steps that are happening in the background. What kind of report or artifact comes out of that? And they have to review that before they can get back to the patient that's sitting in the exam room.
So that's going back to this idea of context. The product is not a standalone thing. The product exists, is being used by a user in a particular context. And very often there's stuff going on
exactly
on either side of or while they're using the product. We want to pay attention to all of that so that we know, we see opportunities. If there's opportunities to automate things in that whole service experience,
exactly.
We want to make sure we pay attention to context.
Yeah, that often is this sort of hotbed of opportunity too. There's all kinds of insights that come out of that, and understanding kind of also the kind of rhythm of how software works in somebody's life, of, when, I'm submitting something and now I need a response and I want it quickly, or I have to notify multiple other parties that we're on to the next step of a transaction. So starting to map that out. And a lot of what we do, we'll talk about sometimes kind of an abstract concept, but early on in the project, we want to take a divergent path. We want to poke down every hole that we can around user needs, stakeholder needs, the market, the technology, the business, and understand and uncover all these needs. And then we start the process of converging towards meaning and being able to frame things in terms of priority. So that's a lot of what we're doing early on. I mentioned like the market, like sometimes it's a very competitive situation, and we got to understand the market that you're entering into to understand, like, what are table stakes? What are, how is the product going to differentiate itself from other products that have maybe been out there for longer that people know?